Oh boy, I gotta remember how to do this. Okay. Hi everyone. So, I have been gone for a bit. I've been gone for quite a few months now on YouTube, and that is because of a few reasons. I moved, so this is my new surrounding, but it's not going to be my permanent one because I'm redoing my entire room, which is in front of me. It just is a hot mess right now. So I will be having a different background, but right now I'm just kind of in my chair. The reason why I'm doing this video today is because I figure if I don't do it now, I'm not going to. Because I've been back from Disney for almost 2 weeks. Actually, today made 2 weeks, and I should have made this video the first week back. But unfortunately, due to health reasons, I was unable to do so. So today I am making this video. So just a couple things. I did move from Georgia to Virginia, and I moved for work. Unfortunately, it's a little bit further from Disney, which is kind of sad, but I did recently just go for my birthday. I just turned 30. So that's why I have these super cute mini Mouseketeer like little ear things on, because this is part of my haul, and so is this Minnie Mouse sweater shirt, whatever this is. That's pretty much about me. So let's get into the reason why I'm making this video. When I was in Disney, there was a lot of stuff leading up to my trip to Disney and also in Disney that were very frustrating. One major thing is what I really want to share with you guys, but let's give you a little backstory. So I've been planning this birthday trip for a while, and I was staying at Art of Animation. Originally, I was going to stay at Old Key West because it was like $300 a night, and it was for the one-bedroom suite, which I was just like, whoa. But it ended up that things changed, and I ended up staying at Art of Animation. Really great pass holder discount. I was originally going to stay for just a few days because for some reason I thought to get from Virginia to Florida it was going to take like 28 hours. It doesn't. In the meantime, I only made my plans for, I think it was Wednesday to Saturday or something like that. I decided that once I found out that my trip wasn't going to, well, my drive wasn't going to take that long, I decided to make my trip longer. About a week before that, though, we were trying to figure out what to do with our dogs. So we have 2 dogs now. I might have told you that before, but we have 2. We have Bella and Ruby, and Disney now has pet-friendly hotels, one of them being the Art of Animation Resort. When we were looking at places to stay, or things to do with our dogs, we were looking at Best Friends Pet Care. Best Friends Pet Care was going to run us like $90 a night, something like that. So then when we heard about Disney being pet friendly, we decided to give them a call up and see what it was about. So we called up and the guy said, oh, well, it's Art of Animation, but it's only the car suites, and it's $50 a dog. So at that point we were like, okay, we're just going to go to Best Friends Pet Care. So at this point, when we finally made the decision to bring the dogs with us down to Florida, there was no kennels that would have housed them together, and our dogs are very attached to each other, so they would not have been happy separated. Like, they would be really upset, especially knowing that the other one was like nearby. So my husband was watching a podcast, or like I think it was like a podcast, but it was on YouTube. So they said that the Art of Animation mermaid rooms were one of the things that were pet friendly. So we're like, what? Once we found that out, we're like, let's call back. In the meantime, my husband was watching this after I was already started my phone calls at Disney. So I called up Disney to try to change my reservation because I was online and I was trying to change my dates, and it says, for assistance, call this number. Call the number. It said, your hold time is going to be 30 minutes. I was like, okay, 30 minutes isn't so bad. We ordered pizza, pizza came, we ate the pizza. It was an hour. Hour and 40 minutes rolls around. What is going on? So finally my husband says, let me call up and see what the wait time says. So he called the regular WDW Disney number. He got somebody in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So I was on a pass holder line apparently, which the whole time it was saying, oh, we value you as a pass holder. Thank you for being a pass holder. I was on hold for 2 hours. Okay, so I had my husband stay on hold, and I was talking to the person that he got in 2 minutes. Super nice lady. We were trying to find rooms and stuff like that. Didn't end up finding anything. Finally, my husband, we get through to the pass holder line, and really, being that we worked at the reservation center, we just wanted to kind of let them know, like, what was going on. The fact that this had a 2-hour hold time. So, even the lady who we got for 2 minutes was kind of like, what? 2 hours? So, once my husband was talking to the cast member, he said, hey, we just want to let you guys know, my wife actually we just called again and got somebody right away, so she's on that line, but we just want to let you guys know that your hold time is 2 hours. We just got there with 2 hours. And she's like, oh, well, I can't apologize for something that I have no control over. And so he's like, no, I understand, because mind you, we did work at the reservation center. We do know what happens with these holds. Like, if somebody's on the phone for a while, you can't exactly do anything about that. So then he goes, no, that's fine, I understand. He goes, I just want to let somebody know, considering the fact that it was 2 hours. She then goes to say, oh, well, some people talk longer than others. At no point did she say, like, oh, I'm sorry, I know we have a long hold time, but we appreciate it. It's something super Disney, right? No, she was super rude and then had no compassion for the fact that we waited on hold for 2 hours. 2 hours. 2. And I'm not even exaggerating. I can even show you the screenshots that say how long I was on this call for. So that was that. I ended up sending a whole big thing to Disney about the fact that this girl legit said, oh, I can't apologize for something I have no control over, and gave us an attitude. Ended up that I got a call back from guest services, and she was actually able to find the stay that I was looking for, which was awesome. So I was able to extend my stay. Fast forward, we get to Disney. About a couple days before, and we were hearing through the grapevine about this new credit card policy with a deposit. All that stuff is going to change when you get to the resort. Fine. I read over the policies before I got to the hotel. I knew that there was going to be a $100 hold on my card. Fine. Most hotels do that, right? So this brings me to the main part of this video. And if you held out for this long, thank you, because you got the whole backstory, but you could understand why I'm so frustrated about all this. So, the reason why I'm so frustrated is Disney changed their card policy, and there was going to be a $100 hold on the card, which is fine. You mentioned something about if your card's declined at any time during the trip, it'll be taken off your account, and you'd have to put a new card down. Whatever. Fine. Makes sense. So day one, I put a different card on file because they said that if you are staying longer than 5 days, your card will be charged at the 5th day, and then whatever is left over at the end of your trip, of course, they'll charge that as well. So we stayed 6 days, so it charges for both. I get to the resort, and it was it was like $325 or something for the dogs for the stay. That fee was supposed to be charged at the end of the trip. Mind you, I say supposed to be. So I put a different card on file because at the 5th day, that's the card that was going to have money on it because I would get paid by that point. And the way Disney's Magicbands worked originally was that you could charge to your Magicband as many times as you need to, and as long as you pay your balance to your folio by the day before checkout, you're fine. I was even going to pay it the day before checkout, because that was the 5th day. I had gift cards I was going to use. I had different cards I was going to use to pay my balance, because using the Magicbands is so convenient. I checked in, we get to the room, everything's fine. We figured for the first day, we're going to relax, because we literally drove through the night. We were taking naps, and we were going to order pizza from the Disney Pizza for room service. So 4 o'clock rolls around, and I go to order. They take my order. About 15, 20 minutes later, they call back and say, I don't have room charging or charging privileges. I'm like, how is that possible? Because I put a card on file. So lo and behold, we find out that they tried to charge the $300 pet fee to the card I put on file, which did not have that much money on it. I ended up putting another card on file and paying off the pet fee completely with a different card. Fine. That card had about, I'm going to say like $400 or something on it. Plenty of money for me for the days that I needed. We go down to Disney Springs, and we go to Jack Lindsay's Hangar Bar. Go have our drinks, pay for it, whatever. That went through fine. Then we go to the store, and I was buying a postcard and something else. Used to scan my Magicband. Folio error. I'm like, what? Try it again. Folio error. I end up using my card to pay cash. Come to find out, when we check the card that we put on file, they charged us 2 $100 holds, and they were trying to charge the purchase that I put on file, and then there was a $113 charge hold on there. Now, mind you, some of them said Disney, and some of them said hold. All of them were pending. So that's $300 right off the bat that I don't have access to now, because they're in hold. Plus the $100 hold that was put on my original card. Okay. So at this point, I'm really pissed, because it's $400 I don't have now, which left me with like little to no money and just really the gift cards that I had. So my husband goes to the front desk, and they basically say, oh, well, the way that this works now is that you are going to be, we're going to place holds on the card for each purchase. So say you buy a $5 drink, or if you buy a $20 shirt, all those are going to be holds on your card that you put on there. And they say, this is what they said, you can still pay it however you want before your checkout, but they still place holds on it. Placing holds on an account does not mean that I'm going to have access to that money. I have no access to money that's on hold. The next morning, we go down to the front desk, and my husband says, okay, go down there, speak to a manager right off the bat, and then tell him you want to go, be pulled to the side or whatever, so you don't cause a scene or anything. So we do exactly that. He was so nice. He listened to everything I had to say. Pretty much all this stuff that I just told you, he listened to all that. And, we mentioned the fact that, the pet fee was charged, all this stuff, that we have like $300 now that we can't use, all this stuff. He goes in the back, and he talks to whoever he needs to talk to, and they ended up crediting us the pet fee, which was so nice. And literally, I almost broke down in tears, but I stopped myself, because I didn't want to look like, I don't know what, crying over the fact that you gave me a credit on my account. So that was super nice. But to cover myself for the rest of the trip, I bought Disney gift cards. So the way in which I was going to pay for the things that I was going to pay, I just bought Disney e-gift cards with those card accounts and used that. The credit money I used for like little like food items. Your parking fees get tabulated each day. So out of that 300 something dollars, I got the parking fees taken off of that. No problem. So, long story short, if you want to go to Disney, and with this new card policy, keep in mind that the card you put on file is going to be charged every time you spend money. So if you spend $5 on a drink, $100 on some souvenirs, like $250, whatever it is, Disney is going to put holds on your account for those items, for the card that you have on hold, if you are using your Magicband to purchase those items. To cover yourself, either do what I did, which is get a Disney e-gift card, and I put mine on the like little wrist gift cards that they have for the festivals, like for Food and Wine and Flower and Garden, because it was so easy. I just gave that to them the entire time. It was pretty much similar to using my Magicband. Or make sure that the amount that you're willing to spend at Disney is on the card you put on file. Because as of right now, as of 2 weeks ago, that was how they were doing things. If they changed it, maybe. But I will say that while I was down there, the guest service lines at each of the parks were so long. I went to guest services just to get something done. And I heard something about folio on this end, and I heard something about folio on that end. Multiple people are having these problems. So it wasn't just me. People are getting folio errors all over the place. So just keep in mind that if you're going to Disney and you going to use your Magicband to charge to the room, keep in mind that they're going to charge you even before the end of the day. Even before the end of your stay. It's a hold, and it will fall off, but they will still charge you, basically, is them charging you. So that $300 of holds that they had, they fell off, I think by the day before we checked out, or the day of checkout. And then the day of checkout, we got another $100 hold on there, which was odd, but that fell off too, like 2 days later. So, just keep that in mind. It's a weird process, and honestly, I think that it's really stupid, the fact that they're putting holds on accounts, because that's going to cause issues with banks, that's going to cause issues with people's credit cards. Like, if banks and credit card companies see things constantly being put on a hold, they're going to send up some red flags, and it's going to cause an issue to begin with. So if you want to just play it safe, get Disney gift cards and use that. Or make sure you put a credit card down that's got a pretty big limit if you're going to spend money on your Magicband. If you're not going to spend money on your Magicband and you're just going to pay cash or use your cards anyway, then that's fine, then you don't have to worry about this. But if you're like me and you love the convenience of using your Magicband, then keep this in mind, because it was super frustrating, and it was probably one of the most frustrating Disney experiences I've ever had, because of all the stuff that's been going on since even before I made my trip, because nobody seemed to be giving me the correct information, and it was just frustrating all around. And then on top of that, I wasn't feeling well, so I ended up getting an ECV. My dog ran out of the room. It was just nuts. So I do want to give a shout out to Disney, to James from the Art of Animation, from Queens, which is awesome. He was so sweet. And I will say that there were so many cast members along the way that made the aggravation kind of just go away. On my birthday itself, we went to Storybook Dining at Artist Point, and the waiter that we had, I forgot his name now, but I will put it in the description below, because I'm still going to send an email to Disney to shout out all the cast members that we came in contact with that were so awesome despite all this craziness. But he was so nice, and he just made the dining experience like really fun and really memorable, and just the little extras were really cool. So despite the aggravations, there was some really great Disney magic, and I will just this video is pretty much just me venting and also giving a cautionary tale so you don't go through what I did, and you could actually have a relaxing Disney trip, because finances are no joke. And when you go to Disney with a certain amount of money and you have expectations for how much money you're going to have and how much money you need and how much money you're going to spend and when you could charge things, and then that goes right out the window, it's frustrating. So, but anyway, I will be doing more videos soon, because I missed this, and I did not really vlog during my last trip, and I kind of missed it, but there was so much going on and so much frustration and so much, like, there was a lot, because I had to go back to the room like for 3 hours out of the day. Well, take 3 hours out of the day, or 2.5 hours out of the day, just to go back and let my dogs out and stuff like that. So I wish I would have vlogged. Like, I missed it. But next time, I'm hoping to go for Halloween as usual. So I'm hoping August, in the beginning of August or the end of August, like mid-August maybe, so I could get the beginning parties and I don't have to spend that much money. But we'll see, because then maybe we'll go back for Christmas or something. But we'll see, because next year I'm going on a cruise for my birthday, so I don't know if I'm going to do Disney and a cruise, but we'll see. Anyway, I probably will be doing a video with the haul of all my stuff that I got from Disney. Maybe not all of it. I definitely got like the cute little zippers and the hat and the clothing, so I want to show you guys. So anyway, I know it's a lot of so's. Sorry. I'm rusty. Anyway, I will see you next time, and if you like this video and want to see more videos, not necessarily Disney, but I do also live close to DC now, so I'm probably going to be going to see the cherry blossoms this year. I can't wait. Can't be this close and not go see cherry blossoms. And I do want to go to see the zoo with the pandas and all that stuff. So have a great night, and I will see you next time.